Welcome to the math class with Heidi and Irene.
Hello everyone. Today, we're going to learn about measuring the volume of liquids. First, let's start by defining what is volume. Volume is the amount of space an object takes up in 3 dimensions. Can you guess why that might be important? That's right, sometimes we need to know how much of a liquid we have so we can use it in recipes, pour it into cups or bowls, or even just make sure we don't spill it. So let's get started and learn all about measuring liquid volume. Volume is a word that we use to talk about how much space something takes up. For example, if we have a small glass of water, that has a small volume. But if we have a big bucket of water, that has a much larger volume. So when we measure the volume of a liquid, we're figuring out how much space it takes up in a container. Let's look at some pictures to help us understand. Sometimes, we can use things we have around the house to measure the volume of a liquid. We call these informal units of measurement. For example, if we want to know how much water is in a bowl, we can use a spoon to scoop some out and count how many spoons it takes to fill up a cup. Or if we want to pour some juice, we can use a cup to measure how much we need. Let's see some examples. When we need to be more exact with our measurements, we can use formal units of measurement. These are units that everyone agrees on, and they let us measure liquid volume in a very precise way. For example, we might use a measuring cup to measure out exactly 1 cup of milk for a recipe. Or we might use a graduated cylinder to measure out a very specific amount of water for a science experiment. Just like we use different units to measure length or weight, we also use different units to measure liquid volume. Some of the most common units include milliliters, which is a very small amount, liters, which is bigger, and gallons, which is very big. Let's see how these units compare to each other. When we compare the volume of different liquids, we need to use the same unit. Just like when we compare the height of 2 people, we use the same unit, like meters or feet. For example, if we want to compare how much orange juice and apple juice we have, we could use milliliters or liters. That way, we know exactly how much of each liquid we have and can compare them accurately. Hope you enjoyed your lesson today. See you next time.